There's a fat fellow called Wicknell Chivayo who every 2 or 3 months keeps popping up next to Ruto in State House. Just have a look at this picture for instance. And here's another image of Ruto signing secret deals with the same Chivayo. Now in this video I want us to look into some of the reasons why Ruto keeps holding meetings with this Wicknell Chivayo character, and so with no further ado, let's get after it. Now the first reason why Ruto keeps meeting with Wicknell Chivayo is because they are international business partners. And you know what they say, birds of a feather flock together, which is why you keep seeing this kind of intel being passed around on Chivayo, and I quote. This is a tweet from Boniface Mwangi and it reads, President Kahongo and his wife hosted a convicted fraudster. Controversial Zimbabwean businessman and socialite Wicknell Chivayo visits Kenya, meets President William Ruto. Who is Wicknell Chivayo? Wicknell Chivayo, also known as Sir Wicknell, is a Zimbabwean businessman and socialite known for his controversial rise to wealth and subsequent involvement in high-profile corruption scandals. With businesses spread across South African states, the businessman has gained notoriety for his lavish lifestyle and connection to influential figures in Zimbabwean politics, including the country's current president, Emmerson Mnangagwa. In 2017, the Zimbabwean parliament probed Chivayo's electricity power contracts that included a $200 million power contract that had an accumulated value of excess of $600 million, of which none was ever delivered. So long story short, Wicknell is like the African Adani, who was actually indicted by DOJ. I'm referring to Adani. And he's a fraudster. He's known to defraud several governments, which is why he's a very good friend of William Ruto, who is known of defrauding us. Shai mepoteza 11 billion, Wicknell is here every other day. These two are eating together. And if you study Ruto very carefully, you'll notice that most of his money comes from abroad. Rigathi exposed that Ruto used to do meetings with Hemedi, and they were knee-deep in the gold business. Now there is Chivayo. What business is he doing with Chivayo? No one just comes into Kenya and meets the president as they want to. We are Kenyans and we don't have access to him. Paka anapiga picha na Rachel Ruto na William Ruto amesimama katikati as their chief guest. There's some serious money these people are making together, and I hope it's not to the detriment of Kenyans. You know, the president has a right to do business. I have no problem with that. Bora tu isikuwe hii biashara inadhulumu wa Kenya ama inahusu tax ambayo wa Kenya wanatoa. Now the second reason why Ruto keeps meeting with this Chivayo character is because of 2027 elections. You see, this Chivayo guy apparently is not just knee-deep in financial controversy, but he's also known to tamper with elections in South Africa and Namibia. Just listening to JB Muturi raising alarm over this guy.
Is there something you can discern about William Ruto? Mambo hii ya uchaguzi ameshikwa na kasumba. This a guy called Winnick. Jamaa anaitwa Wicknell Chivayo. Na kuna picha zake hapa nyingi. Watu wa magazeti ningetaka waone kimtu kikubwa hivi. This man is a convicted fraudster kwa mambo ya kusupply electoral materials in South Africa, in Namibia. Kila akija huku Kenya anapitia Eldoret Airport. We must begin to ask, what is it that they do with William Ruto? Na mkimwangalia hapa, najua ndugu yangu Rejedia, najua hii kiti kameza kamoja kako hapa, unakajua vizuri ndugu yangu. Aka ni pale ndani kwa ofisi ya Ruto. What is it that Ruto does with these crooks? Jose Camargo kutoka Venezuela, huyu Chivayo kutoka Zimbabwe. Na ukimwangalia hapa, huyu Chivayo ako na connection na rais wa Zimbabwe, Mnangagwa. Ndio huyu hapa, wako na Mnangagwa na wako na William Ruto. Story kule Namibia wanalalamika mambo ya uchaguzi 2024. South Africa in 2023 wanalalamika mambo ya the same person. What is it that he is doing with William Ruto every time he comes to Kenya?
I'll answer JB Muturi's question. Chivayo and Kasongo meet regularly to plan how they can steal elections. So the two clearly have a plan, which prompts this question. What plan does the opposition have to steal elections? You see, this is a country where everything from KCPE, KCSE, university exams, elections, and taxpayer money is stolen. So let's not be fools. Kina Muturi na Gachagua wapange mambo yao, watafute $1 million, jamaa ende azunguke huko Venezuela, huko mahali sijui Smartmatic wako, pia wajipange. If what you're saying is right, that Ruto has met Chivayo, he has met Camargo, he is holding other secret meetings with people who are involved in the next election, what is the opposition doing? It takes a thief to catch a thief. So the only way to send Kasongo home is by stealing those elections. Campaign is not enough. Oscar Sudi has told us that kura isipojaa wataitisha ijae. And the opposition watafanya nini? Nobody is willing to go for maandamano. Even the Luos are saying they're in broad-based. Hakuna Mulua anaenda maandamano this time. And other Kenyans are also busy. They have no time for maandamano. So let us do our part. Kina Muturi and team, mucheze kama nyinyi. It is good to raise alarm, but it is also good to plan yourself. Mimi, my suggestion, tafuteni $1, $2, $3, $4 million, yekwe kwa briefcase, jamaa ende azunguke hizo corridor. From there, you know what can be done after that. I need not say much. And by the way, I don't believe in corruption. But based on my brief history in this country, I'm not that old. But based on what I've seen, kila kura huwa inaibwa. So kama unaenda national election, unaenda hapo kuwa Holy Joe, wewe jua unaenda kuibiwa. That's it. Whether it is through Shivayo, whether it is through Jose Camargo, it doesn't matter. We jua unaenda kuibiwa. Ka utaiba, utaibiwa. And by the way, there's something I'm noticing about Kenyan politicians, especially the main guys. Every one of them has a chubby business partner who ensures their pockets never run dry. For instance, Raila had billionaire Okech Salah, as you can see in this image. Ruto is also moving around with Chivayo, as you can see here. So I don't know, you tell me, is having a kitambi a sign of wealth, or is it a sign of tumbocracy and extortion and corruption?